Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. I've known this young lady a long time.
From Queens?
No, from Jersey Girls. And all the clubs back in the day.
This is like a recap.
It's like a recap,
all
right?
Over again.
Jhonni Blaze. What's up, Jhonni Blaze?
Hey, what's up?
Well, welcome. We thank you so much for coming. You have been putting in the work.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since I've been on the show, and it's so much has changed. I still have my, moments and stuff, but it's nothing compared to what before. And I'm just so excited for the stuff that I've been doing because I'm just like, damn, I did that.
Can we start from the beginning? Because Jhonni hasn't been up here in how long? Like
2 years.
No, it's been longer than 2 years since you've been up here.
No, for this, the last interview was 2 years. Trust me,
Was
I
it 2
remember.
years?
Before the pandemic.
Really? Was I here for that?
Yes, you
Wow, I thought it was a
introduced
lot
me
longer.
just like this.
Oh, wow. Well, for
Envy's a
people
robot.
Yeah, I am a
It's
robot.
like just like
Now, I
this.
thought it was like 7 years ago. I thought it was a
Exactly.
long time ago. We
What?
interviewed so many different artists. Wow. All right, so tell people who Jhonni Blaze is.
I'm Jhonni Blaze. I'm a recording artist, play instruments. I'm goofy. I'm a Gemini. All that great shit. I've done TV. I used to dance, no longer. And I'm just focused on my music. I got so many great things to tell y'all.
You got a lot going on.
Because it's like all the stuff I'm telling you is like first time. Like so.
All right, well, let's get
Yeah.
into it because, first of all, I have been watching you on Growing Up Hip Hop and watching your growth, and I know you actually, outside of the show, have been getting a lot of wins as well. You have a song out right now with NLE Chopper.
Yeah.
And you also been working with Macy Gray.
Yeah, I wrote
With
her.
Neo.
I wrote her single that dropped September 10th, and it was so crazy because it started off of me doing this piano and twerking. I was like, you know what, Lizzo does the flute and twerk. Let me just do the piano and stuff. And so, 2 Chainz's first reel was me playing the piano, and then it went from that to Genuine, and then Macy Gray, and we became friends because of that. So when I came to LA, she's like, I'm not doing nothing on Valentine's Day. You want to come in and do some recording? I'm like, damn, I got to switch my whole entire Valentine's Day. So my engineer flew in his girlfriend. And at the time I had a guy. So we all just celebrated together in the Paramount studio and got the record. So now it reversed. And she was like, I need you to write me something for my album. So I was on 2 of her records. And I co-produced the single that's dropping.
Well, how exciting is that?
I don't
mean, we
know.
can't
It's
even-
just like
That's great.
amazing. Then I landed a part for P-Valley, and I recently just
I love P-Valley.
filmed another show called, another movie, Send the Movie. I've been working with a lot of people, UBK, Sir Charles. It's just so much stuff that's been going on, and I'm really excited.
Now,
Neo and stuff like that.
How did you get on Growing Up Hip Hop? How did that happen? What
Deb.
was that phone call? Deb called.
Deb.
How did you meet Deb?
I met Deb in Detroit. I was like at a label at that time. And I just didn't know where I was going to go career-wise. I was just like, I'm just here. Like, I don't know. So I met her at a listening party for Cash Doll. And somebody was like, Deb's looking for you. So I'm like, okay. So I walk up there. It's like, what'd you bring her to me for? She's not ready. I'm like, what did I do to you? Why are you being weird to me?
Right.
like, I don't understand. So she's like, you're going to fly to Atlanta right now and change your life. And I did. I took because I didn't have a lot of money. I ain't going to lie. I took a Spirit. I was in the front, though. And I flew to Atlanta.
You got to do what you got to do.
Look, listen, when I tell you, I barely had money. I had $30 and I had spent it at Rainbow, keep it real, and got a little nice outfit just so I could represent myself. And 5 years later, it's like I'm on TV. Anything that she gets, she thinks about me first, no hesitation. And she was just like, I think you should come back on and really show people show people your growth because you're totally different. So it was difficult because the filming, it was just so much stuff. I was like, man, why y'all doing this to me? And I was
You
just
had
like,
some moments on this.
yeah, and I'm like, do I go this route and show people, the same old Jhonni, or do I just show people yo, I really do this? I didn't want to hear no. People were like, she's not going to make it. I got a record with NLE Chopper. I got, a record with T-Pain is still sitting. Freaking Neo. Trina, there's so many people. Fetty Wap, NBA Youngboy. It's just Kevin Gates, Boosie, and I haven't released them yet. So I just been working.
What are you waiting for to make this? Well, I want to know.
Well, I released the NLE Chopper about a couple
NLE
weeks ago,
Chopper's
so
out.
it's soaring. So now we're just focused on getting the video and stuff.
It's a
so
dope
it's
song, too.
Thank you. It was crazy because his label hit me through DM and was like, they were like, hey, so NLE needs you to hit him up. And I was like, what did I do? He's like, you got a record? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I sent it over, and he was like, you in LA? come to LA. And I was like, I'm already in LA. So I came over there with my company and we got it done.
And but we should play the song right now.
We can.
All right.
It's
you wanna
really
introduce
dope. Yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jhonni Blaze. Wait, am I supposed to be looking somewhere?
That camera right there.
Hi. This your girl, Jhonni Blaze. This is my single featuring NLE Chopper, Toxic, on all platforms. So, yeah. It was fun. It was really fun, and I'm doing everything that I love to do. I don't dance anymore. I have my lash company, Lash by Von Krishna.
I want to talk to that because I'm sure there's some dancers out there that.
Yeah.
How did you get out of dancing and say, you know what, this is not what I want to do, and make the jump to say, this is not what I want to do. I want to do lashes. I want to do music, but I also want people to take me serious because people take you serious. How long did that take for people to say,
years?
They're taking me serious for who I am, a writer, somebody that can play the piano.
It took years, and it wasn't even like a timing. It was really like stuff started happening, like the Macy Gray thing, and it was just multiple things back to back, and I was just like, you know what? There is no such thing as like blackball and all this other stuff. I mean, look at Tory Lanez. I mean, it's just like if you have
Did you
talent.
think they were gonna blackball you?
I don't believe in it. God ain't say it.
But you didn't do nothing bad to anybody.
I really didn't.
But did you feel like for a little while you were
No,
blackballed?
I never felt like I was blackballed.
To the mic, Johnny.
Oh, sorry. You know what it is? Boosie is a perfect example. When he was here, he was like, in the real world, like, people are not doing what they're doing on social media. They're too afraid to, one, either come up to you and even say the things that they say on comments. They're really just like being big old bullies. Mm-hmm. And in real life, people love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's totally different. So I didn't believe I was blackballed. I felt that I needed to change for me, my attitude, my temper, my way I talk to people, converse with people, and how I understand things. And once I started just being quiet and just focus on me, not clubbing, I don't drink. Mm-hmm. I stopped drinking. And now people are like, okay, I'm going to work with you.
Was it ever an issue with guys like, why did you have to tell our business or anything like that?
No. Because you got to understand, like, people be doing stuff privately and then we'll sit on publicly and be like, oh, I didn't do nothing to her. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, no, you did do something. But now, like, the me that I am now, it's like when you do stuff, it's like, all right, I'm going to do something else that benefits me and accomplish my goals. That's how I'm going to get back at you. Because there's no need to do all that. And then now people are looking at me crazy because I can't. If I say the wrong thing, it's like, oh, Johnny's still on her bullshit. Like, nah, that's not it. Like, it's just, I don't like people disrespecting me. But now I'm able to approach things totally different than what I used to before. Like, I'm a crybaby now. It's like people do shit. I'll be like, you know what? That Gemini, that 12th character be like, Johnny, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Now, even with having boyfriends, if you have a boyfriend, does he look at you a little strange? Like, I don't know what I should tell John.
My recent boyfriend,
Johnny's history, she might spaz out.
You know what it is? Because I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done. Nobody's perfect on earth. It's either you take it or you leave it. So the last boyfriend I had, I was straight up. I was just like, look, this is what I did. This is what I did. This is this. Do you like me? Like, do you want to rock with me? And he did. And then it just, I guess it got the best of him. I don't know. But it made me realize maybe I just need to focus on my music and focus on what matters and the things that I'm doing right now instead of.
I mean, you've had an interesting life.
Oh, man.
You can't take anything away from that.
I just been working, and I want
people to know about Johnny, I want them to know the story because she's came a long way from back in the day. And
even when she was up here last time, that interview did really well just because people did appreciate your honesty.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at that interview from before, and then I'm looking now, and I'm just like, I feel happier.
Good.
Like, I feel happier. Like, nothing bothers me. Nothing hurts me. Like, I just overcame so much. And then on top of that is like I signed with this independent label, Green Team Music, and then I got management, Jones and Biggs, which is Chrisette Michelle's former manager. Yeah. So I just, sat down and was like, let me just focus on everything and just really get it done. I'm too talented.
And you've also done counseling. I saw you talking about that. Yeah, I did.
It's kind of cool. I mean, I haven't went in a couple weeks, but he cool. You know what I'm saying?
How difficult is that, sitting down
it's
and
so difficult.
Breaking down your whole existence?
That's why I don't sometimes go. And at least I'm honest to say it. Like, I'm not afraid to be like, oh, I don't believe in counseling. Counseling heals a lot of stuff. It healed a lot for me. And
I hear you talk about things sometimes so matter-of-factly. That even when you talk about being trafficked at a young age, and I'm like, and you're like, this is what made me as tough and strong as I am. But I'm like, but it's also so many things that probably has affected your life. Definitely.
Yeah. It hurts my feelings because I'm like, the people that I love the most, like tend to always do stuff to me, and I'm just like, I'm one of those like a love hoe.
Like what?
A love hoe.
What's a love hoe?
A love hoe is like, you just love. Like
She a hoe for love.
She a hoe for love.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I've never really like, I'm not the type to cheat on somebody. I don't do stuff like that. Like, I'm not that person. Like, when I'm with somebody, I like to love them. I like to care for them. I like to do corny stuff, match and match together and do TikToks and be tired and all that shit. Like,
You think you fall in love too fast, though?
and I think I do, because, and there's nothing wrong with it. You can't really put a time on love. Like, it's really no such thing at this point, because, you know, society is a little different. It's just like, you go for it. It is what it is. So it's just like me. I do think I do that a lot, but I'm not ashamed of it. Like, I feel like to the world that I'm so blunt and so honest. It's like, why are you like that? And I can't help it. I can't be no other way. It's either you're gonna love me or you don't.
Now you talked about
yeah,
in a recent interview about multiple suicide attempts.
yeah.
What got you to that place, that dark place? And what do you do to make sure you never go back?
Feeling like I'm bullied. Like, I be feeling like the TV, people are like, you know, they pushed you on TV to be this way. No, they didn't. I showed you what I wanted to show you. I showed you my anger, me pissed off, me not having the right direction with my certain team I had at the time, somebody not guiding me because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Angry because of so many things in the world. And it's just like, now that I got it together, it's just like, I would never want to end my life for nobody. I wanted to end my life because of what others felt towards me. And I'm like, dog, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Can we curse?
You did it 19 times. So keep going. It's all right. We'll bleep
I mean,
it.
dang.
No, we'll bleep it.
Shoot.
So what keeps you motivated now? What keeps you going?
Me.
What keeps you?
Me. I used to say multiple people's names, like, and they do motivate me, but the biggest one is me. If it's not you, then it's like, what are you doing it for? Like, there's no way that I have all this talent. I'm blindfold playing piano and stuff, and I'm not where I need to be.
You
And
learn how
it
to play
was
the piano.
so someone, can't say their name, but someone gave me a piano when I was a kid, and
I can't say the name.
because of things happening right now, just legal things.
Okay.
And they gave me, when I was a child, a piano, and I didn't know what the hell it was. So then that person gave me cassette tapes, and it was like Mozart, Beethoven, and stuff like that. And I was like,
Tapes?
yeah, like cassette tapes.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm about to play these. I was like, let me play these. I'm like, oh, this is dope. So that's probably why I listen to people in a tempo when they talk. Like, I'll know when they're irritated or whatever, because I hear it as music, like a tempo. Like, I'm like, oh, you're irritated, you're mad, you're sad. So by the time I was 9, I was playing Mozart and
And that's
stuff.
when you were in Queens, or?
No. I was living with my mom at the time in Florida. So I went to New York around 14, like officially. And then from there, I was like, well, if I could do that, I could sing. And if I could do that, I could play piano. And if I could do that, I could play guitar. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. So then that person gave me a guitar, but I'm right-handed. So the guitar felt funny. So I flipped it upside down. And I played lefty. So I'm a righty that plays lefty, kind of like Jimi Hendrix. So I was just like, this is kind of cool. And I've never like not been interested about it. And I found people such as, you know, my producer, Dre Beats, and just all these producers that work with me, Major 7, and he worked with Khaled with his album, and Sir Charles, UBK, Greene team. And it's just like they built this stuff up. They were like, oh, you play all these instruments, let's just put it all together.
You think growing up hip hop helped you as far as showcasing your talent?
The last season, yes.
It did, right?
That last season, yes, because they swore up and down me and the brat was gonna fight. And I'm like, I'm not fighting no legend. I was like, I'm not doing that. If she could swing, she gonna catch me because I'm gonna run, but you know, I'm not gonna do that. And then now it's something else for you to talk about.
Right.
Like, why would I put myself in that? Like, and I think I know that this new me kind of like scares people, because it's like a little what's it called when you clone, like a clone. They're like, you're totally different, you're calm. That's because I be smoking weed, you know.
Right, because you said the old you, if you would have seen what Bow Wow was saying or the Brat was saying, you would have.
Now if somebody did that to me, I'd cry. I am a crybaby. You would literally be like, this is not Johnny. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather cry and talk to my friends about it than go and mess up something and mess up an opportunity because somebody made me upset.
Right, because people can see your professionalism now, too, and I think that's important, too, in this business.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I like her. Okay, she's talented and she's calmer.
And
I'm
she
like,
came on time,
yeah,
ready to sing.
Man, I'll be on it. I'll be 10 minutes early.
So you don't drink, but you smoke.
Yeah, I smoke.
Smoke calms you down?
I smoke weed. I just be chilling. When I get mad, I be like, all right, bet. I'll be back.
You go smoking. And now, I did see you boxing the other day.
So...
in heels.
I am an accidental viral person. I can say that. So I be minding my business. So in this,
You be minding your business. Who goes to the boxing?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So this is the thing. So I looked up hashtag pianist with blindfold, right? And I seen nothing but like not in a bad way. Like it was no black girls.
Mm-hmm.
It was none. And I know girls that play piano, and they were afraid to like post this stuff. So I was like, all right, let me go and take a blindfold and play piano. I went viral. I didn't know it was gonna happen. I was just like, I'm looking at stuff that people don't do. You know, like my type of like, you know, like girl that looks like me. So I went and hashtag boxing. But what I found out is in the 80s and I think it's 70s or 60s, they used to force women to wear heels so that you have no choice but to balance, because if you don't, you're going to twist your ankle and you're going to be done. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I've been doing it for years. I don't know what happened with that specific video that went viral with me boxing.
I thought you did that just in case you were in the club and you got heels on, you could still box.
I don't even fight. I be crying most of the time. People be trying me. I be like, bro, I'm out of here. I got 2 minutes to run before my asthma goes up, and then that'll make sure that I get home. So I'm not fighting nobody. No, it was really for me, my balance and stuff.
How do you think counseling has helped you?
I'm gonna keep it real, because I haven't been as much. My friends are like my counselors. I overlook the definition of friendship, like as far as when people be like, don't go on social media, why don't you just talk to your friends? And I'm just like, you know what? Now I get on their nerves, but it's worth it. They're like, it's worth it, better than you going on social media and just snapping. And I try my best not to do it. I snapped this morning, but that's because somebody
Snap on who?
Oh no, somebody took my food.
Oh, that's a good reason to snap.
Yeah, I ain't
What you mean they
understand
took
it.
your food?
It was a salad, and it was soggy. Like, why would you do that? Why
Was
would
that
you?
a random person or one of your friends?
Yeah, I think it was his ass.
Oh.
So wait a minute. So how did you snap? He was like, yo, my G, you took my salad, or you just wild out?
Oh no, I went in his wallet and took $10 back. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Now talk to me about what it was like being with.
I'm not about to play with you. First of all, it was a soggy salad. Angela
But
was
it was
so
yours.
mad about
But
it.
it was your soggy
Man,
salad.
when I tell you, of course I'm devastated.
Did they have croutons?
I'm
Any
distraught.
protein?
The croutons were soggy too, and I wanted them. And here he go. Look at him. Look at his face.
Oh yeah,
He looked like
it.
you
Yeah,
stole it.
you.
He looked like you. So you went in his wallet. So how he just gave you his wallet, or you?
No, he was crying. We kids so much. I wasn't really snapping. It's just
Okay.
I'm so in this different world right now that like really nothing bothers me. I was mad about that soggy salad.
When do you feel like things change though? Like, look, you've been in the studio with Macy Gray, and that's amazing to have that. When do you feel like that was a moment when you were like, I've turned the corner?
That was the moment. Well, it was the features that kept coming in. Like, and I was just like, what is happening? Like, it was back to back. The day that Macy sent me the record with the single that we did was the same day Boosie sent in his feature.
Did you reach out to these artists, or are they reaching out to you?
Yeah, I do DMs. See, social media is so crazy. People don't understand it. They laugh. Remember when they laughed at India Love because they was like, I think that's her name, right? Pretty girl. She was like, I'm crying because I lost my page and I'm so upset. And they're like, it's just social media. No, that girl has 3.6 million followers at that time. People are probably paying her $5,000, $6,000, and she got a good impression, and that's her money, you know, and that's how I make my money. That's what made me, like, majority of the reason why I stopped dancing. I did not want to dance. I only danced because I wanted the money to do music, but I was so tired after working that I couldn't even get to the studio. So once I stopped, I was just like, find other ways, but the social media is what works.
How much did you make as a dancer? For people like to ask, like, because people like. Some people I look at it, they think dancers going to pay the millions.
It was
Some
like,
people say it's not. How much did you make?
And I paid my taxes. I don't want none of y'all trying me like that. I paid my taxes. It was a lot. A lot.
You were pretty popular too, and not everybody.
Yeah, I
gets
was
to
the
that.
girl. I was a strategy type of girl. I see. And no, I'm not saying this person, but I'm just saying like a random person. Like, let's say if it was, let's think of a name, just anybody.
Charlamagne.
Okay. If it was.
It sounds like a
I
fantasy
would have
for
seen him
Envy.
and I was like, I'm out.
Well, Charlamagne would have tipped you. He probably would have threw the money and picked it back up. So let's get another
Like,
person.
give my quarter, bro.
Give me my quarter
You
back.
ain't got to do me like that.
Okay.
And I would see how many people they had in their group, and I'm like, all right, so I need 2 bottles sent over there, and then it's like basically a strategy, like who sent the bottles, bring her only over there, pay the person to pick up my money, and I pay a security guard. So then I can hop the different sections, and then they just pick up the money and secure me so I can get as much money as I can, and they just pick it up so I don't have to keep picking it. Yeah, it's like a whole strategy. And people never understood it. Like, this girl just buying bottles. I'm like, if the bottle is $150 in Texas, because that's where I started, if it's $150, $200, they're comping me, so it's like $100 a bottle. And I send them their stuff, and now I'm able to get in that section that has $10,000, and I'm by myself. What's stupid about it?
Right.
So anything I ever did, even if I wasn't proud of it, I did it to my best ability. Like, I just, it's not the best thing I love to do, but I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to, what are you there for? Like, for attention, for the look? I never wanted to be popular off of it. It was just, I guess, me being like, hey, I'm Jhonni. What's up? I sing and stuff. And they're like, bring her in here.
Did you get along with the other women?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Why you change that up like that?
It's this one girl. I swear, to this day, I still think she broke my goddamn heel. I still went on stage, no shoes, and still got that bag.
What you mean? With no heels? You went barefoot?
I think she broke my heel, man.
She broke your heel so you couldn't get on stage?
It's just one of them.
That's a good marketing tool.
Bitch, I'm 5'2". I don't care. I'm short.
Like, I'll be barefoot up here. We're gonna get
I'm getting
money.
this check. I'm getting this check.
Now, let's talk OnlyFans for a second, because you see they're taking down a lot of content.
And I'm cool with it.
Did you have OnlyFans?
Yeah.
And she made
I was
a
the first
ton of money.
girl. I was one of the first girls that did $500,000.
How much did you really make on OnlyFans? Because you hear all these girls making...
3.7.
How much?
3.7.
In a year?
2 years.
2 years, 3.7 million.
I pay my taxes.
So you actually see that money.
I pay back all my debts, everything. Like, yeah.
What did you do on OnlyFans?
Twerk with a thong and stuff. And now that they're saying that they're going to switch it over, and I'm like, that's cool with me. Because if you build a fan base, they're going to buy anything, like, long as it's great content. I was like, oh, great, I could play piano in here. I could do whatever, because I already have the following.
So you did more than just, you got them in, and then once you got them in, it's piano my song.
Yeah, or, I'll do it. If I'm at the beach, it makes sense. You have a bathing suit on. You want to twerk with your friends. I'm twerking on the video for 2 minutes. I sell the video only on there. You can't find it nowhere else. You're going to buy it because you're a fan of mine. That's why when people were like, oh, why does Cardi do it? Why does these people? I said, you don't understand. This girl goes and puts her behind the scenes of a video that you can't find nowhere else for $50 a piece. She got 36 million followers. What do you think is going to happen? So when they made this announcement, they were like, Jhonni, you're not scared? I'm like, for what? Like, my whole life doesn't consist on that. I got other stuff. I'm a hustler. Baby, I don't care what it is. If I'm signing my contract the next day to Interscope, speaking to existence, or Columbia, I'm going to clean a house if I have to. Do you understand? I will clean your car with a bathing suit on. I don't care. I'm going to get that check.
But there's no porno on your OnlyFans?
No. Okay. I even paid to get anything that was, like, leaked or anything, as far, not with that, but just
on the internet.
Things when I was younger and did dumb stuff. I was like, you know what, let's start cleaning this up. I want this whole brand new, person
Johnny
for
Blaze.
people. Yeah. I think people are liking me, though.
Listen, you got a song with NBA Youngboy, and that's not an easy person to get a feature.
Man, that was crazy how I did that feature. Oh, my God.
How did that happen?
Man, I was dancing at the time, and I was, Thug and them came in there. And I'm one of them people, like, I might be dressed as a dancer, but I really come off like, hey, I'm Jhonni, I sing. And he was like, yeah, you could come to the studio and play your records. So I literally left my pal.
You don't play.
Baby, what? I left my pal and told him to put it in a locker. He wasn't even finished throwing. I left.
You left your pile of money.
I left my money, because money doesn't mean nothing when you just want to, do music. And I waited. When I got to that studio, I waited 4.5 hours just to get the aux cord. You feel what I'm saying? Just to play. What happened is that following, like, I think around that week, he was supposed to come in, but I think something where he had to do something. So I'm sitting in the studio, and here's NBA Youngboy playing pool. Mm-hmm. He's like, who's this pretty bitch right here? I was like, this pretty bitch got a name and she sings and stuff. He's like, man, if you show me something right now, I'll put a record on it. And I was like, no, you won't. This is not happening. So I submitted the record. He's like, I'll be back. He went in the studio, and then we followed him, actually. He was like, hey, y'all give me a second. I kid you not, 2 hours later, I had a record.
That's so dope.
And it happens like that all the time. It's just like, what? Trina is another person. Juicy Fruit. It's just back to back to back to back.
So what happened with Trina?
Trina was basically social media. And then, like, we became friends. So, like, she supports everything. She posts everything, even when I don't even ask her to. It's just, like, a real big love. Kiki Wyatt punched me in the stomach one time.
What?
Yeah, it was the funniest thing. So, I was in the studio, and my friend Kissy Lee had introduced me to her. And she literally was singing with a newborn on her hip. Like, singing. You know how Kiki is. And we were just talking, but she knew I could sing, but she didn't know. So I went in there to go sing, and she's like, who is that? She said, you're doing it wrong. She went in there, you doing it wrong. And I was like, oh, my God. She said, you felt that? That's where you sing from. That's where you sing from. You sing from here. And I'm like, all right, run it again. Run it back.
How long ago was that?
That was like maybe a year and a half.
As your counselor right now, how much did that hurt? Because we could sue Kiki right now.
No. It's worth it. It felt so good. It wasn't like it was just like, it was more of like a sing.
I got you.
You know, sing. Like, you got a voice. Sing. So.
Can we hear you sing this morning?
I was already ready. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Because Charlamagne last time, I ain't give him all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I will take them off too.
Okay.
Brought to you by
What you about to sing?
Johnny Blaze. I love me some Brandy. And she followed me, and I'm so happy.
You gonna say Brandy? What song?
Oh my gosh. Have you ever?
Okay.
Let me take my shoes off. I got my feet.
You gotta take your shoes off to sing?
What? I'm gonna put my feet on the ground on here, boy.
All right, let me break her heels.
This is good.
You gonna break a heel?
Man, come on. Why you gotta be weird to me? You said you was gonna get married. All right. Only to find that one won't give your heart to you. Have you ever closed your eyes and dreamed that they were there? And all you can do is wait for that day that they would care. Have you ever loved somebody so much makes you wanna break down and cry? Felt it deep inside. Have you ever tried to find the words, but they don't come out right? Have you ever?
Okay, Johnny.
That punch in the stomach worked.
That punch in the stomach.
Man, and a little bit of asthma pump. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Congratulations.
amazing.
You sound great.
Listen, I am so looking forward to seeing more amazing
so
things
excited.
happen for you. So tell me about the Neo story.
Okay, so Neo, this is super cool. His wife, I've known her for years.
Crystal.
For some reason, we have this friendship. We don't see each other for like years. But she has this weird thing of announcing to me like, hey, I'm having a baby. So that's our thing that we do. But she'll whisper it to me. Like, we'll have like a talk, and then she's about to leave. She's like, I forgot. Hey, I'm like, what? So our relationship is so amazing. And she was like, I keep telling my husband like about you over the years, but now I see that you're like really focused. And then I got a call, and I was like, who this? You're like, Neo. I'm like, boy, stop playing on my phone. I'm about to block you. My Cricket only accept real calls, okay? And Metro, okay? So who is this? He's like, no, I'm so serious. Like, come to Tree Sound Studio. And I was like, for real? And I went.
For a singer, Johnny, you stay away from that damn mic, man. We got to tell you 13 times to talk to the mic. But go ahead.
I'm going to be a meme. I promise you, they're gonna meme my ass. My bad. So I got to the studio and we did the record, and now we just have to finish it. So that's how it happened, because my friendship with Crystal. So it was just so amazing. Like, I'm like, this is super cool. The same thing with T-Pain. I did a couple years ago a record. And
Were you in those DMs that he posted of all the people?
Man, I probably am, because I don't play. Like, even DJ Scream, he was like, yo, she really does this. Like, she goes in, sends her EPK, sends her singing stuff, all her viral moments, and then she puts a smiley face. And I'm like, hey, you want to work?
So now,
pretty
I was
cool.
going to ask, with in this industry, do you get a lot of men that just try to kick it to you and don't necessarily
I'm definitely
wanna help?
gay.
Oh, all right, well.
Shut
That
up.
doesn't mean dudes don't try to holler. She just said she had a boyfriend.
No, wait.
You can tell me
No, it was just
anything.
funny to say. It's super funny to
That just
say.
made me shut up. I was like, okay,
My bad.
all right.
There about to be
wow.
so many memes in here.
Let us be
No, I don't pay attention. Like, I'm really a love hoe. When even now, like, I have a relationship that's, we're not seeing eye to eye, but I love him to death. I can't
Your
say. Yeah. But you know what it is? It's just like, I don't know, when I love people, it just doesn't go away because you break up with me or we break up or I break up or whatever.
Did you ever squash it out with Drake? Did y'all ever fix that situation and make it
No,
nice?
but I know that we'll probably see each other, and I don't think that it'll be anything because people see growth. People don't have to like me, but you see the growth. Like, people make mistakes. People who are young, but I'm older now, so it's just like.
Would you ask him for a feature?
It's not acts. I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be like, you know how people just they say it takes 10 years. You do 10 years of just going hard, and then it's that one time, and that's all it takes, and then everybody just kind of falls in. So I feel like that's how it's gonna happen. I feel like I'm gonna be doing my thing, and then I get a call.
What kind of deal do you want if you in an ideal situation? What would you like to have happen?
Mine is the exposure thing. The money, I mean, everybody always says the money and stuff like that. That's cool. But it's really, I want to be heard. I have too much talent. You know what I'm saying? I could have lost my hands. I could have lost my voice. I could have lost a lot of things, and it just always stayed with me. And I just want people to see it. I want people to love music, like genuinely love it. Like when I'm gone, I want people to have records that they don't get old. They touch you every time I sing, every time you hear it. And that's what I'm working on, and I'm not hearing no. Like, I'm not hearing no. That's why, even with the label, the independent label I'm with, Greene Team, like, they helped push a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for that. Even with our odds and our disagreements, I still will always, like, want the best for me. And that's all I want with my team. Just want the best for me. When you go into those major labels, you get signed, you need your team outside of that. Because those major labels are looking at the other majors that they have on there. They're worried about you, but they're not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I always feel like you still got to
like
work
you still
and operate
gotta
like
have
you're
your
independent.
team. Yeah, you have to have your team outside of that so that things will grow and things will, you can't probably talk to that CEO of Atlantic all the time. So you got to talk to the person that signed you that's with, it got to go a certain way. And I've learned that through them. And it's pretty cool.
Do you have a whole project that you're planning?
Yes, I do. But every time I keep getting a feature or either something comes up, I'm like, take this out and put this. Do a mixtape and put this. So now we're just dropping one by one. I just dropped Dereza Sean and Me record. And then I wrote for the first time and composed at the same time a record that I dropped. So I'm just...
Shout out to Dereza Sean. I ran into him a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
he's super, super cool. Yeah, I'm working. I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, Jhonni, we appreciate you for checking in, man, and continue. I love to see you smile. I'm glad you're happy.
I'm excited.
Next time she's going to come back and be like, so I'm platinum now.
Say
Every time we see the progress.
I got lashes. I got hella lashes for y'all. There she go with these damn lashes.
All right.
Damn.
Well, thank you for the lashes.
Yes, and we
Aren't
can't
they
wait to use
cool?
them.
And it's my little big-headed ass on the front. I got to stop cursing. I mean, butt on the front of it. I ain't got one with me. I'm sorry.
You gave me a naked lighter, so.
No, see, that was... Okay, give me that one, Angel.
What? Oh.
All right, throw this one. I ain't trying to have wifey come at me. All right, look. This
All right,
one is
cool.
yours.
All right.
Now that is acceptable.
Now
and I think she
okay.
gonna like the lashes too. You
All
know
right.
what I'm
She
saying?
probably would have liked this lighter also.
I'm like, because she was like, what the hell is this? She gave it. Is that man naked in the tub? Why do I see stuff when we're
yeah,
live?
that's Charlamagne.
Wait.
Oh,
That's-
that's not Charlamagne.
All about this.
Somebody
oh my
get-
God, reading a book.
Somebody gave it to Charlamagne as a gift, but
That's-
we'll talk about it another day. All right, well, it's Jhonni Blaze. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.